Is she asleep? I think she's already asleep. There she is. Yeah. This is week 1 of 23 weeks of planting food, and we are planting food here. So we're putting carrots. We have used the rake to put lines there. So we're going to put in every other line. This is about what? This is about 7 meters. So we're planting in 7 meters carrots. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm planting my carrots, and you'll see these carrots grow over the weeks. So this is how I plant carrots. I put carrot seeds in a plastic bag like this, and then at the edge I put a small hole. That's at the edge, and that's how I pour out the carrot seeds. There's other ways of seeding carrots, but this is very easy for me. It spreads the carrots evenly, so of course you have to balance the soil and the carrot seeds. If you have many carrot seeds, you need more soil. For some parts we've put black top. Now the theory behind the top is since it's black, it absorbs heat when the sun hits. Now when it absorbs heat, it hits the soil below, so it transfers the heat to the soil below and heats it up. And when it heats it up, when the soil gets hot, the carrots come out quickly. Germination's quicker with heat. That's why we start seeds in the greenhouse, so that we can get germination rate high. So what happens with the carrots as well is, after you plant carrots, if you put a black top, it covers really well, then you'll have the soil heat up. Even in this cold weather, you'll have the soil heat up, and then the carrots will come out very quickly. And that's what we're trying to do. So we didn't have much of a top, but for some parts we've covered with top, and then some parts we've covered with the dry grass. I won't call it hay, but I don't know what grass it is. Just cut it down, let it dry, and we've covered with that. The other thing I'm trying to think about is how we're going to avoid weeds with carrots, because it's hard to weed carrots, but we will figure that out very slowly. So that's how we're planting carrots, and these carrots are for my family. Of course, if we have excess, we will sell, and that's the plan, so that we grow more than enough, so that we have excess and sell. But then I want to show you guys how I'm growing all the groceries for my family. That's carrots, tomatoes, everything. I'm also going to grow groceries that they don't eat, that we start eating them. So vegetables we don't eat. So today is well, it's not day 1, but this is the first week of planting, and that's the maize up there. So we're planting till where the maize starts there, up to where that grass is piled up there here. So that's where we are planting our garden. The area of this place is about well, the dimensions of the place are about, that's 30 meters by 10 meters. 30 meters by 10 meters. 30 meters is about 100 feet, and 10 meters will be about what, 30 feet, about 30 feet. So it's short of an eighth. So an eighth is a 50 by 100. Yeah, so it's pretty much an eighth of an acre. So that's where we're planting our garden. And usually when I'm planting a garden, I start with plants. Now, I used to plant commercially, and there's a story behind why I had stopped, but I'm resuming, and I'm starting with just planting food for my family. And if there's any excess, that's what I'll be selling off at the farmers market, or to, you know, anyone that that buys chicken, and maybe they would want groceries as well. So if we have any excess, we'll sell that off. And that's it for day number 1 of planting. This is actually day number 2 of planting. We started with trays, and we've planted different things in trays. Now these are old seeds that I had, so I said I will test those seeds so that I see whether they are going to bring anything out of them. So we have where are the labels? This is broccoli here. I don't know what this is. The labels are under there. But this is where we've put the trays. We've put them on the ground. We want to build a rack so that we have more space instead of laying them out on the ground like this. This is how we're putting one. So this is the hole that's been made. So minimal disturbance. You can see the soil in there. So we just fix it in there like that, and fix another. We're putting two. Fix another in there like that, and I just hit this. And over time, you actually don't have to do that, but over time the soil will just collapse on that. So this is what I'm doing. I'll do another one here, just fixing it in there. So we're hoping this minimum disturbance will increase our yield. So I have 2 fixed in there like that. So we're going to cover this with some of this grass we have, and that's what will be the mulch. And then we'll water them in, and in 2 months we'll be eating sweet potatoes. 2 months, well, 3 months, 4 months, depends on the size we want. If we want small size, we'll start picking at 2 months. Medium and big size, I think, is 3 to 4 months. It's like the really huge ones. We don't want the really huge ones, but sometimes you just pick those for fun. Hi guys, this is another day of week 1 of 23 weeks of growing food, and we are putting mulch. So yesterday we planted sweet potatoes and potatoes, and we planted them in that no till, minimum till way. And so right now we are putting dry grass in the walkways and around the crops that we planted as a mulch. Number 1 is to prevent weeds, or to reduce the work we'll spend weeding. So if we have a thick mulch layer, then we'll have less weeds come up. And then number 2 is to keep it moist in there so that we're using less water. But the soil in itself being not disturbed, it can keep moisture really well. So we don't need to worry about the soil drying up. So this is week 1. I'm excited. And usually the first week things don't usually look good, but things don't have to look good, you just start. Mama chicken over there. How many are you? 6. Okay. I usually find myself counting these chicks every time I come here. Why? Because there were 7 and a dog came and tried to get in and grabbed one. So we fixed the place where the dog got in. And now I'm scared of losing any, so I just come and count. Make sure there are 6. We have some tomatoes there growing. I'll pick these soon. All these are volunteer tomatoes. We didn't plant these. They were planted by birds. I had tomatoes growing in the greenhouse. I have another patch here. This is tomatoes. There's some big tomatoes over there. Tomatoes. Look at that. I'm about to pick that. I call those volunteer tomatoes because you don't plant those. They plant themselves. We have like more here. Look at that. Oh, the chickens grazed it. Okay. That's why we're keeping the chickens away, because we don't want them to eat the tomatoes. I'm going to do some work, and then later on I'll have to leave the farm and go do some more work. We have some green pepper here, and I want to mulch that today. I want to clear some of these weeds here. So I'm going to mulch here, so it's going to be like brown all over where the green pepper is. And then where there's no green pepper, I won't do anything. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave those weeds and the grass to grow, but then we'll like cut it down when we plant something there. So we're going to plant this whole place, but we'll plant this place later on. We'll start with planting that other side first. So I'm going to mulch those there, and then I'm mulching these here. I'm mulching those there, and then there is some others. After some here, there's some more. So getting some of these we've cut down and just laying them down first, and then we're putting grass on top of those. I can't call it hay because it's not hay, so it's just grass, dry grass. I don't know which type of grass it is. I'm going to see. Look at this guy. So Kabos is doing some work. Since we don't have an irrigation system, and we've noticed it's not been raining and the maize is drying up, and some of them are still too small. They haven't really grown like this. So what we're doing is we are watering them. I'm going to be watering them once a week, just to ensure we harvest enough for us to eat. Kabos nkunonya sikulaba. Ati wali buzibu. Kale nze kangende wali. Ndekeko byentekako. Kati wano gena kutwala banga ngaki. Njagala tugende wali wa George. Njagala kumupimira gundi, kumuterako plan ya drip. So njagala tugende tujipime, nkube map mbimuwe budget yeyo plan. Line nga 5. Kale kati naye kanyigiriza omalirize. Ebyo mu greenhouse mbitekako amazi oba ataddeko. Kale soko pangao. Awo kansoke mpangao anti nzibadde mbuuza nyinza okusooka okumala. Kyovola bankugamba. That's it for week 1 of growing food. And that's what we've done mainly. We've planted sweet potatoes, we've planted potatoes, Irish potatoes, we've planted carrots, I've mulched the green pepper, and we've also planted other things in the trays. We've planted broccoli, no, we don't have cauliflower seed. We've planted lettuce, we've planted kale, we've planted cabbage, red cabbage. We didn't have green cabbage. We've planted a couple of things. So I'm going to go buy more seed next week and we'll plant other things. The plan is to make sure that by the end of December, my family isn't buying any vegetable. Well, we can buy a few that maybe we have not grown, but we're not buying any vegetable outside. We just walk to the farm and pick what we need and make a nice meal. And you guys are welcome to this journey. As I take on this journey, I would want to go with you guys, taking you every step of the way, showing you how I'm doing things. You're going to see the things that I'll fail at, you see the things that I'll succeed at, but that's part of the game. You win some, you lose some, but the ones you lose, you learn a lesson, and the lesson you learn is more important in making the next step better. So welcome to Katala Farm. My name is John Kavuma, and I'll see you for video number 2, which is week 2 of growing, which will be next Friday. So every Friday, that is, if you're interested in this series, every Friday I'll be posting a video of this series all the way to the last week of December. That the last Friday of the last week of December. Could be another day or something, but this video will always be on Friday. There'll be other videos on Wednesday and Monday and Saturday, but those are different from this. The videos for the challenge of growing food will always be on Friday, and you guys are welcome to watch. If you love this content, subscribe, share to people that you think may love this content. If you really like this content, put a like to show me that you like it. Put a comment. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, put all those in the comment and I'll read and respond to as many as I can. See you guys, and let's do this together. Sindio.